Yeah, back up.
You're here now?
And I'll get you stuff. So I'm going to start putting the word out, man.
Now there's 3 of them.
Hello? 3 vehicles, 2 more walking up.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
That's you. That's you.
Welcoming us. We have the blues.
Yeah,
The blues are welcoming us.
But, well, this is officially sanctioned.
We're gonna go in here, so I need to.
You can't do that because this is you're not allowed to go in there right now.
So actually,
It's locked. Do you have the key?
Yeah, you got.
It's the locked gate.
Yeah, you can't go in right now.
oh, really? I can't go in here.
No, not yet. No, we don't let anybody in except for the people we agree to let in.
It's a survival camp.
Yeah, so it's officially sanctioned survival camp. So. Yeah, it's opened by the Union of the Homeless, Santa Cruz Union of the Homeless
And
just
there's no
opened this as a
trespassing
transition
signs.
camp. And so you are not allowed really to interfere with us. So you should just go.
And it's legal
According to the Union of the Homeless, you are not.
And it's legal under Mayor versus Boise.
Yeah, it's illegal for you to.
It's illegal for you to break up any one of these camps.
So we have a lot. We'll sue you in federal court on Monday, or Tuesday. So.
How do we already?
Huh?
How do we work already?
Well, we have a wrongful death case because the city lied. So I mean, I'm hoping it works out.
Yeah.
I'm
So this
hoping
is-
that we
yeah.
have rip.
Yeah.
Total
so just
adequate now.
So you guys understand this is a closed area. It's been closed.
yeah, it's open now by the the
Right.
Santa
And there
Cruz
was
Union
no
of the-
trespassing signs. So
Yeah, so we're like, this is an officially sanctioned survival camp of the Santa Cruz Homeless Union. So you'll just have to come back later sometime when we get the food ready, and we'll invite you to eat with us. But you can't.
That's okay.
And
Yeah,
we'll,
okay.
and
So
we'll give
yeah,
you the
we'll see.
roster of residents too.
Yeah, we'll let you. Yeah, we're happy to invite
There's
you
2
in.
of us to make sure you get it right. There's 2
Yeah.
corpses.
Okay.
So no guns or weapons allowed here. So you guys have to leave. We're really sorry.
You don't know what a pension number is?
I don't.
Badge number.
Oh, your dad's.
Oh, you want my badge number?
Well, actually, I'd like a pension number. Your back.
You probably would.
You're not going to give me a pension number?
I don't even know what a pension number is.
That was working for us.
If you like my badge number, is that what you're referring to?
No, your pension.
Yeah, this is an officially sanctioned camp.
Survival
So
camp.
just come back some other time.
We'll be back in
Yeah,
enjoy
Mr.
10 minutes.
Thank you.
Thanks,
We'll
thank
see
you.
you in about 3 hours. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't want to disgrace the death.
We're done talking.
Okay.
You don't follow me over
see you
here.
later.
You don't follow me over here.
Okay. Don't follow that. Don't bother us.
We're not having fun. We're trying to keep people from dying this winter.
Desi already died, so we're.
It's not fun. It's a lot of work and it's not fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is not my concern.
Yeah.
It's all this is that capped to a needle there?
We don't care, nor do we know.
I
care
have no
about
idea.
needles?
That actually came from the ground over here.
Yeah.
That's the
was
problem
what
is that
we
you guys
were
don't care
walking.
about the needles and it becomes an
Well, we don't
hazard.
care about the caps because people are being sick.
Well, usually the
You
caps
making up some stories and lies? Is that what you're doing?
No, just
Why don't you guys all
That came
leave?
from this
Go
walkway.
away,
It
leave
came
people
from the
alone.
walkway here.
Don't let more people die on the streets because, we don't.
you are awfully entitled, huh?
Well, this is the camp that we're organizing. You're entitled. You're coming up here saying you're going to want the
right.
You think you're special.
It's a
Because
closed
you got
area.
It's not a close. It's an open.
Two
It's
rangers
closed to
join the
cops,
group.
but it's open to the people.
It's closed by the city.
The
It's
city
not-
cannot close
it's
Caltrans
not closed.
property without a good reason.
You
It's
just
this
have
is
to-
It was
public
a
property.
sanitation reason.
But it's not now.
No, you don't know anything. Actually, you weren't in court, so you don't know what.
And that sanitation
I
thing,
forgot.
the sanitation
forgot.
thing, sir, by with all due respect,
You'll
was
come back
thrown
some
out.
other time.
The sanitation part was thrown out.
I wouldn't want anything from you, sir.
Okay, well, we
I
don't want
don't
anything
need
from
any- I
you,
don't need
so that
anything
makes
from
2
you.
of us.
Judge
So we'll
Dogla
see you
threw
later.
out the
Bye-bye.
sanitation. He threw about the sanitation. That part is interesting.
Listen, we were here, and it was horrific.
With all due respect, the city didn't vote me to make it any different, and I'm hoping that this time, with more management, it could be a better survival camp. And if the city would help, it would be better. I've been asking for help.
How would you see it all?
The city can provide things.
Like the shelters that they have already provided?
No, they don't have shelters already providing. And you do know that they voted to not open the VFW this year, right? So we have less winter shelter than we had last year.
I thought that they were using the shelter on North Street, and they were doing the shelter on River Street.
Right, but we have 2,000 homeless people, and by not opening the VFW, that put everybody in harder circumstances.
And so my understanding was that the county has $10 million for this?
Yeah, but they pissed it all away. And so they're not helping the actual homeless people.
And where did the city get the $10 million from?
I think they got it from
Like maybe
the
some
HUD housing,
from the county,
something,
right?
yeah. It was, but they pissed it all away on employees, and the actual homeless people are left with nothing.
Well, how are you?
Up early.
Up early? It's not that early. You had an extra hour with the rolling clock backs.
That's true.
And, you know, looks like you're at least a cup of coffee and you're ready to go.
Ready to stay.
I guess we will see, huh?
We will
Yeah,
see.
we will see.
You will agree.
Right now,
I don't
there's
have-
no
I don't have
health
a dog
and
in this
safety
fight, yeah.
violation, so this is a
Yeah.
stand your ground survival camp. Nobody is breaking any laws. Thank you, sir. And it's not, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I'm trying to keep people alive this way. Heart to heart, I mean.
I don't have a dog in this fight, so
Thank
like,
you.
when I start getting calls to deal with what we're dealing with, and
I'll make sure that your calls are a minimum. I am here to make sure that this runs smoothly and that no one gets hurt and that this is a health and safety survival camp.
you have an impossible job.
So we're
Thank
setting
you.
up.
Good
With
luck.
more support, you know, it'd be
You have an
easier for
impossible
me.
job if you think that you're
Somebody's got
gonna
to step up to try to save and help people, though. Somebody has to do it.
Yeah, it's good luck to you.
Thank you.
Here on the Rangers recap, please.
We're on campus. 1 second.
My name's Alicia Cool. I'm the president of the Santa Cruz chapter of the California Homeless Union. We are here because we have a severe lack of winter shelter, and over 200 people were displaced from this camp back in, I think, March, and they were not offered adequate shelter. And the city voted to give us even less winter shelter this year. And so this has now become a homeless union sanctioned survival camp, and we are taking back the Ross camp as a survival camp.
Do you intend to stay here for the duration of winter?
Yeah. Indefinitely.
How do you plan on maintaining order?
Well, we have 5 basic rules that everybody is agreeing to. We are ordering a porta potty that will be here on, I believe, Monday. And we have an agreement. Everybody really here has agreed that they can manage themselves. It's going to be self-governed with, some management because we intend to help. But they don't need a nanny, and everybody's kind of agreed that we can do this. And it's really a necessity. As I was telling the officer, it's not fun. Nobody enjoys doing this. This is a survival camp. If we don't have a place for people to be and have their basic needs met this winter, they could die. So nobody's really enjoying this.
Can I take one of these?
Yes, please.
There's a table set up.
Are they trying to set up a new camp here again?
Well, we are. We're welcome to join.
No, thank you. But, excuse me.
You're fine.
What do you mean?
We're setting up a new survival camp.
Is that what you call it, survival camp?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whose property is this? I'm just curious.
This is Caltrans public property.
Caltrans public property. It's not new. Is it state property? Government property?
That would make it state property.
Government.
I would guess. I don't
I'm
know.
just curious. You could put a homeless camp up in the government. That's it.
Well, I didn't ask permission.
Okay.
Oh, atta girl, you're bold. I got you.
I don't have a choice. People need to be kept alive this winter. I've asked permission tons of times, and they just tell me no.
Well, you're
So
gonna
I
have to
no
get
choice.
some crates again and put them up off the ground because it rained like hell last year. And rats, everything showed up here. It was gnarly.
Well, there's rats at the 1220 River Sanction encampment right now. The lady I just got her in there 2 days ago, and she said that the rats are eating her dog food. They're all up under her thing. So there's nothing I can do about certain things that might afflict us, no matter what.
River rats are big and gnarly. I live across the street. They come over there.
Yeah, they're everywhere in town. But yeah, as soon as we get the camp organized, we'll bring in pallets and water, and we're gonna get a water truck and a bunch of.
The police aren't going to interfere again?
No,
They were just here.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah, because this isn't officially sanctioned Santa Cruz Union of the Homeless Camp.
Okay, I have one question. It's pretty serious. Are they going to bring all the drugs in again like last time?
No.
Because there was a hell of a lot of drugs coming in and out of here.
Yeah, no, we are going to have like a front desk where you sign in, sign out.
Oh, kind of like over yonder?
Yeah, but we manage it, and then we're gonna we have rules that we're gonna post that you can't be using drugs, within like a 1 block radius of the area. You gotta go away.
Okay, my friend. All I got to say is
I
good luck
hope
with
you're
that.
not. If you want to live
Thank
in
you,
here,
appreciate it.
you're gonna.
Hey, the suggestion was beautiful.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
it's all
love
right.
everybody, and I don't want no problems.
Correct.
That's all.
Exactly.
No,
Last time I had
that's
my
beautiful.
windows broke out 3 times.
Yeah,
and
no,
they
that's
stole
not
all my
cool.
stuff in my trunk.
Not cool.
Yeah.
And then after this place left, nothing happened again.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well, we're trying to develop a different kind of attitude, a new kind of human being.
excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. I hope it works.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your support.
Appreciate it.
You want to say who you are for free radio?
My name's you're welcome. I'm just giving you my opinion.
It's appreciated.
Have a nice day, guys.
Bye bye.
He was here earlier.
That's all he wanted was evidence of how they get in.
I agree with you. Yeah, that's
This is not a logical, expensive time.
We have to force the city to do that. Until we have the city on board with that, we have no choice but to keep people
by
alive
creating a
in
health issue?
survival camps.
Between all the hepatitis and the
There
rats
was
and
no
stuff that was out
hepatitis,
there,
and there's actually, if you're concerned about rats,
I fail to believe that.
if you're concerned about rats, the 1220 city sanctioned encampment is full of rats right now. So
That's because camping outside attracts rats. That's what
There's
it
your
does.
circular logic.
So I mean, if you're going to be camping outside, you're
So
going to have rats. So that's a reason why
provide the
people live in
alternative
houses
solution.
and don't
This
live
is
in-
what I mean. Provide the alternative solution, and that's where
This
we'll
is
go.
not an alternative solution.
I'm asking you where the alternative
Oh,
solution
I
is.
provide the alternative solution. I'm too busy holding on my fingernails here
So if
too.
you have an idea,
You know what? Watsonville has a bunch of places. North Carolina.
no, they don't.
They don't.
Actually,
No, they don't.
Watsonville, when they closed this camp, Watsonville shelters were maxed out because people did go from here to Watsonville.
Okay.
So they're maxed out too.
So then, what about Sunnyvale? A little bit further on.
No,
Why do
people
people
shouldn't
have to
have-
camp?
Why are you
People
wanting to
shouldn't have-
migrate our locals to other cities?
How many of these people
Right,
are-
and how many other cities would migrate here
I'm a
then?
local.
I'm a local that is homeless here,
Where-
and I'm not leaving
Why are you homeless here?
because the rent is too damn high.
The rent is so is my mortgage. I just work my ass
Well,
off.
great that you can afford it. I work my ass off too, and I still can't afford it.
We should be friends.
Well,
That's
have you thought of
unfortunate.
finding somewhere that you can't afford it?
I am living here. I'm living in my home.
You know what that's called? That's called gentrification. I don't want to be a victim of gentrification.
I hear you.
I grew up
Life
here.
sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
Wow.
life sucks.
I hope it doesn't happen to you because I wouldn't act that dicky to you.
But you call it gentrification. It's just another word for people that can afford where they're at.
People are doing what we have to do
The
to
entrance
survive
is right
here.
over there.
I understand that. But living in squalor is not a way of surviving. People should be pushing more for halfway houses or places to put.
Oh, we are.
Well, this is already affordable housing, especially since nobody wants to
But
pay
this
put any
isn't-
money
this
to
isn't
it.
housing.
It's what people can afford.
This is squatting on Caltrans land, living in squalor.
I guarantee
This is not a
if you
solution.
didn't have a place to go, you'd probably come here yourself.
If I had a
Right.
place to go, I would go somewhere else.
I'm saying if you didn't.
If I didn't have a place to go, I would go somewhere else that I could find a place. That's how it is. You got no air on the moon. You can't live there. You might want to live on the moon, but you can't.
People don't want to go there. We're just asking.
But you know what? Where's the houses going to come from? Are you going to build the houses, the extra houses? There are no places for extra houses.
There's a lot of empty buildings around.
There are a lot of empty buildings. Are you going to buy the building and?
So basically, the value of a human life is how much they can afford to have a life. And if they have no money, they shouldn't be alive.
I didn't say that. I just said that just because they're alive doesn't mean they have to live in Santa Cruz. If you want to live, animals migrate. Are we not animals? If there's greener grass somewhere else.
But you can't force
zebras
people.
in Africa follow.
That's a nice suggestion.
That's true.
But like I stand here as a homeless person, I'm telling you, I'm not
living
leaving.
in squalor is not the answer.
The answer is housing. So you should support that to your city council.
I do. I support more housing, but there's nowhere to put them in Santa Cruz. Sorry.
There's plenty of empty buildings around.
We have empty hotel rooms. We have empty places. We have foreclosed places. We have tax delinquent properties. We have a lot of things.
Only for a few days.
They did on it.
And
there was only 2% that was taken up in the first place.
That's only 2% that were offered hotel vouchers. Were you here? I was. I was here.
Here when the people were
I was.
Did you take them?
I witnessed it.
Did I take them? No, I have an RV, so I didn't take the hotel voucher. I witnessed the 2% you're talking about are the only ones that were offered.
I took the RV vouchers and I was denied.
He was denied a motel voucher. There you go.
No, I took the RV. No, I was denied. I was denied the motel at the room at the motel.
Deseire Quintero, who died, I have a declaration from her that she was not offered a motel voucher.
Did she ask for one?
Yes, she asked for one right over here on this fence. She asked Megan Bunch and Susie O'Hara, and they denied her. And then she had to go and survive somewhere else, and she died. No.
A lot of people didn't because they didn't want to give up dogs and drugs. Or
that's not true. That's your.
Then why did they only take 2%?
That's all I told you. That's the only amount they were offered. Those 2% that were offered motel vouchers.
There was only 2% of the vouchers that were actually taken.
Yeah, he doesn't.
There was only 2% of vouchers that were taken.
Because that's only the ones that were offered. Everyone that was offered one took one.
So what 2% are you talking about here? Because I'm talking about 2% of the vouchers that were offered were taken. Are you talking about 2% of the people?
Where are you getting your figures, first of all?
I got them from the city council stuff that was talking about this.
Because I did not see that figure. I know for a fact that every person that was offered a motel voucher took one. And I also know for a fact that a bunch of people asked for one and were not given one. So any argument outside of that, I don't know what to tell you.
But again, hotels aren't the complete answer anyway.
No, housing is. That's why you should support city council. If you don't like this, support affordable housing.
I'm doing my best.
Because the mentality that you should, if you can't afford it, you should move away. That's not helping anyone, and it's not happening.
If I lose my house, I can't just sleep out here.
Yeah, you can.
I don't even want to sleep out. Why would I do it myself?
Where would you go?
Certainly not a choice.
Well, I'm glad that you have that option. The people that are sleeping here don't have that option. No, not everybody has that option.
Not everybody can do
that. That comes from an ignorant state of mind. Not everyone has an alternative option.
How is that? I don't have an alternative option. I just have to go somewhere else. I don't have a house somewhere else.
We're not going to be forced out of the city.
I'm still going to be homeless if I go somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't get what you're arguing.
And you'll have less of a support structure because you don't know anyone.
Yeah.
And then you're not even locals.
I was born and raised in this town.
So you expect that you deserve a house because you're born and raised? You deserve a house because you're born and raised?
Everybody deserves housing.
Everyone
deserves housing.
It's a basic human survival thing that you need. Yes, we are humans. I didn't ask to be born here. I need a house.
I'm fine
it's part
with
of
there
basic
being
needs.
some housing here, but you don't.
I didn't ask my parents to have me.
There needs to be quality services to help people out. I don't know if I'd say right, but the onus is on us to provide shelter for other people as part of society.
With the humanity.
It's just part of society, and that's fine. Living in squalor in the tent is not an answer.
Don't you think so?
That guy is trying to ruin
Here really wants to be here.
Yeah, he's throwing things.
That will strengthen our country as a whole. Instead of having the divide that's growing between housed people and non-housed people, we also need, I'm going to say we also need
a lot of mental health things.
We need a lot of things. But if we don't work together, we're just going to keep dividing.
He's in the camp.
You're right. And this is divisive. This when this happened last year, you had all the backlash from the residents that saw this turning into squalor, and then you wasted a lot of time with people just being fed up and wanting to kick them all out.
Yeah, but now all people are out on the streets where they don't, they're not complaining.
What's good about this is that it puts the subject back in the eye.
It centralizes them,
and it kind of forces everyone to deal with the issue rather than just ignore it, pretend that it's not there, which is what's happening now.
And everyone here is somewhere. If they're not here, they're somewhere else.
I'd say some people might ignore it, but it's in everyone's face. There's no way to ignore it. This isn't the only place people are camping.
I know.
There's garbage everywhere along the railroad tracks. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the shelter on Coral Street. It's filth everywhere. Absolute filth. And that's what's going to happen out here. It's absolute filth.
Not necessarily.
Yes, necessarily. They proved it last time. Absolute filth. Anytime that there's camps set up along the river.
You're reading all those city council things. Why aren't you writing letters to them asking for them to support things like this? If there was an issue, why didn't you ask city council to rectify those issues instead of displacing people?
What issues? With
garbage, whatever you're talking about.
What are you talking about? There was like 8 porta potties, dumpsters. There was everything here. There was still
porta
garbage.
Potties are not filth.
It was filth.
That's what I'm saying. It was, and then there was people tagging them. You're talking about self-governance here. No one stopped the tagging on that. That's fucking ridiculous.
But just a little
turn
bit of
it into
oversight
absolute
goes a long
squalor.
way. And that's where the city dropped the ball. They should have put
city
some
dropped the
sort of
They should have
oversight.
got counselors out here, social.
We asked for help. We asked for all kinds of help.
Everybody was centralized right here.
And
Provide
the
services.
people
They
were
could've
saying
made it
there's
way
waiting for
better.
a lot
They didn't want
of
to.
services
They
that
didn't
came
want
out.
to succeed.
There was at least 3 hand washing stations, several garbage cans, all of them tagged. Most of the garbage on the ground.
Some of those were tagged when they got here. You know that, right?
I watched them come up nice and blue, and I watched them get tagged every day more and more. I ride this every day. I saw it every day, and it got worse and worse.
I would be in favor of like some sort of like just low budget security guard that
I
made
agree.
sure shit like that didn't happen.
I stopped many times.
We do need
Supported services.
yeah.
Yeah, or it's it will fail like it did. You know what I mean? Like, it will fail.
Some type of
We need supportive services.
some
Yeah.
type of structure. Yeah.
Well, we're ordering a bathroom tomorrow. A porta potty.
Bikers.
Yeah. 'Cause I wanted
Well, and that's one thing is people for the continuum of care can come in here and provide people with services. They can sign them up in the HMIS cars. And we already know what's going to happen with that. There's nowhere for people to go. That's just it.
All over the place.
Understood.
Regardless, whoever pays for it, whether it be the city, the citizens, something's got to be done.
Well, there's plenty of taxes that were just approved for it to be going towards people.
Yeah.
Santa Cruz just got $10 million for it.
Yeah, like 5
They already
months
pissed
ago.
that away. You know that there's $0
it's
of
really
that left,
unfortunate.
right?
We don't need
That went on
shelters, we need
staff.
housing.
Their purpose
Yeah,
is
overhead.
sponsoring that money.
Shelters are just.
But if there was
band-aids.
housing put up somewhere else, you wouldn't go to it. What if they built a giant house in Watsonville?
Yeah, I would probably go to it. I wouldn't go past Watsonville though. Because I grew up here.
And that's fine. I'm not saying people need to leave Santa Cruz County. I'm just saying that the city of Santa Cruz doesn't have a lot of room for a large house.
I only have.
There's a lot of vacant buildings.
I have an issue.
There's a lot of vacant
Plenty of room. Plenty of room.
A lot of those vacant buildings are privately owned. Get one of the organizations to buy one of the buildings. That's fine.
Yes, the heart of the United States. It's mine.
That's like that all over the world. It's like that all over the world. We didn't make all this stuff up.
It's pretty immature way of thinking, and that's what we've been doing. That's actually a large part of genocide and fascism.
What? Property?
No, worrying about only me and nobody else. Fend for
Worried
yourself.
about only them.
She's safe away from me. She
Our economy at this
About only
point.
them, they wouldn't be paying any taxes at all. Which would be like Trump or something like
She
that.
just wants. She don't want to come
I
to you
pay a
right
lot
now.
of
There's
taxes.
nothing you can do.
How
about
much
that. You
property
can't
taxes do you pay here in Santa Cruz? I pay $7,000 a month just for the privilege of dealing with this, or $7,000 a year.
You shouldn't have to.
Right?
If
That's a
it wasn't for
mismanagement
profit, I'd be
from
paying a lot more
administration.
than that.
Yeah, exactly what he said. You shouldn't have to. It's not your obligation to have to do that.
What, to pay property tax?
No,
No, to allow this perpetual attitude cycle of simply, well, they didn't pay, so they don't matter. They should just fall off the face of the earth.
I didn't say that.
No, but those people are. Your city council is. Your county council is. All that department head. Where do you think they come up with these decisions to push these policies?
We're trying to break this down. I mean, this is such a wide issue. This isn't just homeless people. I mean, because you're right. There's the mental health, drug addiction. There's a bunch of others.
Really? Oh, so only homeless people are those two categories?
No, that's
Not at
true.
all.
Okay,
I was
good.
breaking it apart.
There's a lot of college kids.
Right, but it's also open discrimination. Those terms is everything about depersonalizing people.
But mental illness is not.
Nah, you do, just by being outside, you're gonna be traumatized.
Of course, not getting any sleep is going to cause it.
Yeah.
So I mean, sleeping out here is not going to improve anyone's life. These are the kind of stuff I see most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somebody here starting shit.
He had a camp right on the outside right there, and they've been going back and forth all morning.
Julian, think clear, bud. Think clear. Oh my fucking skis! Give a rest. Take a walk. Just take a walk, bud. Shit! Come on.
It's going to turn into another cluster.
It's not funny, but
There's some literature on the table.
Yeah, that's
Let's all be positive. Because that way both sides are working hard. We're going to have a meeting tonight. We're going to try to be as organized as possible. We're going to keep, if you have questions, feel free. Right. Sorry about that.
We don't want what happened last time to happen.
Really, very important. I'm just trying to, I totally understand. I'm trying to force the city to give us a better option. I don't know what else to do. The city needs to give you a better option. The county, not just the city.
It's a partnership.
It's a partnership. I just don't know what else to do. I get it. None of us do. Yeah. My heart aches for you.
Right. It's around the side.
And thank you for being so kind to us. We needed to come down.
I just got to go run to the meadows and grab my other
Have a wonderful day. Worried about, keep everything, we learned from our mistakes last time, and so we're going to try to stop those things from happening. So far, everybody agrees with the 5 basic rules. Keith is going to order a porta potty. I know last time we had 8. I don't know.
Right.
Like,
Well,
it
for
might
the
take
amount
a
of people
minute.
now, it's fine.
Right, but we're at least going to get 1. We already had a visit from Chief Mills in his plain clothes. He's eating at Chipotle. He came by.
It's day off.
His wife actually said, "We support you." She used the words, "We support you."
Interesting.
Which I found really, really interesting, like you just said. He said he was sorry about my friend that passed away. He mentioned something about the county should be the one to help with this, to kind of pass the buck off to the county. But, they didn't want to give us a location, so we have no choice. This is a perfectly good location. There's wood chips already. It's fenced. I talked to the guy from Sawyer Chiropractic. He's asked that please nobody cut the fence right there. I guess that's a more expensive fence. I said I will talk to everybody, make sure that we do our best to make sure that doesn't happen. We were pretty much on the same page. Wes was saying that he kind of feels like a lot of people are at least somewhat acknowledging that this is their fault. Like, this is the fault, through several faults. Bad, voting, bad representation from the community, saying no about everything, no sites, no this, no that. So it's like, what can you do?
And inadequate winter shelter.
Right, and so we're getting a mix of like, oh God, how is this going to work this time? And like, we support you.
Well,
but we do have less winter shelters,
right? That's
so.
the key. Yeah, be smart about it.
Do you have any suggestions on how to be smart about it?
I think weekly meetings with all of us. I think having a panel of people so that the demographics are being heard, different demographics are being heard. I think that having somebody from the outside come in to be a part of that too, you know what I mean? Having Chief Mills come by like he did, you know, not coming with guns blazing and coming with, you know, a compassionate heart and an open mind, and let's see how this works out, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you could get...
And let's not call it policing, how about let's call it observing and making suggestion on how we can improve.
You have that whole site map that you had published that Des had been a part of making and everything. I don't know if you were planning on getting like twine and stakes to make sure that you can stake out all the space.
Well, we were going to try that, but
I've already been asking about showers. Why wouldn't they let us have showers last year? They said something about the gray water going and something. Why can't we take it out? That was my question. What was the hold up with that? You know, you must know.
With gray water?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the primary issues were fire, waste, crime, drug use, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, the models that I've been supporting with the community and the things that I'm trying to get implemented are structured encampments where they have things that abide by fire safety rules, where they have rules and entry and exit gates where people come in and there's not allowed to be drug use or violence or, you know, those kinds of aspects.
Yeah, that drug use thing though, I mean, it's just unrealistic for homeless people to use drugs. It's a thing. And harm reduction is a total model that works, and if people are not acknowledging that, they really need to educate themselves on it.
So harm reduction is definitely a model that works, but to be able to have a sanctioned camp from the city, there has to be no drug use.
Okay, so we don't want a sanctioned camp from the city, then we want something else. So.
Well, I don't know if you can speak for everyone, but I would definitely caution you against that stance because it will not work. I guarantee you, it will not work. You will you'll lose the support of the entire community if you are open to drug use in the space.
We have to have no open drug use.
Well, and no open drug use is fine, but it's happening. So if we want to act
well,
like
I'm not drug testing
that's crazy.
I'm not going to drug test.
The goal with these camps, from my perspective, is to provide a space for people that are ready to come off of the street and not be using drugs to participate, and then find addiction services and detox centers for those that are on drugs but need to transition out of homelessness to kick that addiction. So for this space, I can't tell you what to do, but I would definitely recommend that you do it so that it's a place where there's no drug use allowed in general.
So we're doing it, so I think that everybody should speak for themselves, you know? I think that we're a democratic government in this country, and we should be making decisions about something, not anybody, no I. So,
you're absolutely correct.
So I'm speaking for myself when I say harm reduction is a model that works, and anybody who's not willing to look at that really, really needs to look at that. So that being said, I mean, it's not just a model that works because I say so. It's a model that works because there's quantitative data that many countries have collected from doing experiments, and they know.
Evidence. Yeah. No,
I'm sorry?
Evidence proven.
Yeah, exactly.
We all actually know that.
So, I'm sorry?
We all know that.
Yeah, so, I mean,
support
that being said, though, you know, again, let's not speak for a we. Let's try to get the people that come in to speak for themselves, and let's try to get this, you know.
So even if you have a majority of people in the camp that say they want to maintain the use of drugs in the camp, you will not have the support of the community or the city in order to make sure things move towards transition people out of the camp. So it's up to y'all to figure out, and whether it's the I, the me, the we.
Have to be private.
But it will, and harm reduction can come and engage with people, or if there's issues where people are using drugs, then they can be referred to harm reduction specialists to be able to figure out solutions to their issues, or case managers to help them get off drugs. But it will not work.
The thing we all can't have is like people walking right by and seeing someone shoot up.
Yeah, no. I understand that. I understand having respect for the community, but
or having drug use
to say something
or having people
work
overdosing on accidents, and
kind
there having to be
negative.
issues where people are coming in with medical aid, because that's going to be an issue if there's a drain on the medical systems because of it.
You can't make it like a drug camp. It needs to be like a survival camp.
Right.
Survival camp, I mean, that's great, but I mean...
So it sounds like y'all have a lot of discussion to take to move on, but those are my 2 cents as someone that's advocating for transitional encampments for people to be able to have a safe place to sleep. The only kicker is that there can't be drug use, violence, you know, ideally no alcohol as well, because substance use creates problems in a lot of different ways. So we'll kind of go from there. Anyway,
thank you. And your name?
Drew Glover.
Drew Glover. It's nice to find you.
I want to see.
I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah. And what was your name?
My name is Maggie Holt.
Maggie. Well, it's wonderful to meet you too. I'm sorry that it's not necessarily the perspective that you like to hear at the moment, but I was coming at it from the experience of working with local government, looking at the other models in other cities, and how to get the buy-in of the community.
I wonder what the guy did in Seattle.
We will not get any of the support that we need if they think it's a drug camp.
If you're talking about Dignity Village or the other transitional encampments in the Northwest, I went up to Portland, Oregon to visit them and to see what's going on. They have the same rules: no drugs, no alcohol, no violence.
There's a doctor in Seattle that has the same injection site. I know
So safe
that.
injection sites
No, that's different though, but they don't put those in these camps, so it's like a separate thing.
Why? That's my point.
There needs to be a medical facility so that people can have access to the different things.
And
that
again,
they need
so why
doctors.
can't we put that here too?
So
I
that's
mean,
a good question.
it's called. There's
There's
people that go
HPHP
all
across
over
the street.
countries.
So there's a homeless people's health project across the street, which could be transitioned into a safe injection site. But there's a lot of resistance about that in the community and with politics, because we recently had council members come up and try to pass something that made a statement that there would be no safe injection sites in Santa Cruz at all. And when I asked them, so what data are you using to make that suggestion? They shrugged because they weren't using data. They're just using their reactionary fear of drug use, and they don't understand the data like you're talking about.
Well, I mean, I had the reactionary fear to needles too. I don't utilize them, so I don't really like them.
Right.
However, again, you really got to look at that. You know what I mean? And in order to look at that, we have to say this is happening because it is. So to not look at it is just something I'm not even willing to
Talking
talk
about sound
right
fences,
now.
talking about things to block it off in the street so people aren't yelling, throwing things at you, making it so that you have the space between the tents that you need, making it so that you can set up a space in here with a centralized garbage area, a centralized porta potty area, a cooking space that's away on the cement,
The cooking space is gonna be here.
fire retardant area, so all that.
Well, isn't that what River Street's doing right now? Because that's what they're doing,
Essentially,
right?
I mean, I was trying to.
So
but
there's
except that they're run by the Salvation Army in a model that is not what I've been suggesting, because theirs is incredibly expensive. It's like $75,000 a month.
It's
something like that.
$99,000
Did it go
a
up from
month
last time?
right
It used to-
now
it used to be
because the
90.
staff get benefits. It went way up. I
Right.
was just talking to Rafa about this. The current figure is 99.
Right. Our goal, I mean, really, we could operate this location at as low as like $5,000 a month if we really needed to, if we had a single nonprofit manager and all the other costs.
How much money did we have when we got here this morning?
But, it comes with time and planning and coordinating and all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Hey there, my friend.
Except for we don't have that, so that part.
Right. Yeah. Well, either
We'll
way.
see what happens.
And who are you? I'm Drew. What's your name? Will. It's nice to meet you too. Oh, hey, I do that too for a tooth. Do they? I hope it feels better. Just in general. Yeah, it's good and it helps with the gums and just fiber. So, what are your thoughts?
Urban, mostly.
Do you live in Santa Cruz?
It's pretty contentious.
It is incredibly contentious. Yeah, it's tough.
Appreciate what you're doing out here. Can be done.
Right. Trying to figure out a way to make it safe, sustainable, and a way that can transition people out of dangerous circumstances and into ideally housing at some point once they get stabilized. That's the ultimate goal. Right now, I don't know if you know about the winter shelter situation, but they recently reduced the access to the 7th Avenue Vets Hall, which reduced it by like 40 or 60 beds down from what it was before. And then all we have is the River Street shelter, which is already, almost, if not at capacity, and then the Laurel Street shelter for the City of Santa Cruz, where even on our last count was like 800 people at least outside unsheltered every night. So if we think about the impacts, especially with the woman that died recently with the tree branch that fell on her because she was hoping that we used to be in this camp, it's a really tricky. It's like, so where do we go? I understand people's concern and fear about the creation of locations for people to sleep, but if we do it in a responsible way, keep people safer than they would be out on the streets or out of doorways or out of neighborhoods or the river and all other kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
There's such a stigma that you're facing and bringing the community's attention. A lot of people just want to ignore it.
That's the reason why they're trying to remove him from office, is because I'm willing to address it head on, which is unfortunate. Yeah, well, it's refreshing to hear your perspective. I really appreciate it. And if you ever have any ideas or be running into people that might have some resources or that might want to talk about it, or people that are...
I know where to find you.
Just in case.
And then, let's see, what are you looking at as far as your term? Next election is like, what's happening?
So my term runs through 2022. Which I'm for re-election.
You can't be re-elected.
Yeah, except the whole you heard about the recall thing? So if they collect the signatures, then there's going to be a 30-day campaign window between December and March, and then March is going to be either in the primary elections or a special election immediately following it, where 50% plus one of the population has to vote no, otherwise they'll be removed. It's a steep number. Well, I love that perspective, and I'm also confident in that mode. I always got to plan for the worst and see how we can make that happen. So, but if you have any ideas or strategies, I'd love to, either get coffee with you sometime or chat about your experience as a mountain biker too, because figure out ways to make policies around mountain biking.
Sure, Alicia, cool.
All right. Could you tell me what's happening today?
Well, today we are helping support the unhoused community in taking back this space as a survival encampment. The city displaced people from this same location several months ago, and they did not provide an adequate alternative, and so people now have been camping all over the place, and they are wanting to return here because it's a safe place, and we have lack of available winter shelter. They voted to not provide funds that would keep the VFW open, and so we have less winter shelter scheduled for this year than we had last year.
Wow. Okay. So did the city approve of this, or is it just
No, this is homeless union supported, this without the city permission. They did come by and tell us that it was a closed area. We mentioned that there's no trespassing signs, that it's actually not a closed area, that it's sanctioned by the homeless union as a survival camp. And so we said we're only letting residents in. They didn't force their way in. They said they'd be back, but they said that they would come back to rectify any issues that might be going on. So right now, I guess there isn't an immediate issue with just being here. I guess it's if there's any laws broken, I don't know. And Andy Mills' wife said that she supports us. So he came up here and did kind of a little walkthrough because he was having lunch at Chipotle, and he wasn't in uniform or anything, but he came up. I told him, I'm not trying to make your job harder. It's just people need a safe place to be, and they need to survive this winter. And his wife really took an understanding approach.
So here, you're welcome to take a picture of my space.
I'm welcome. Oh, thank you.
Do you want it for your
Yeah, totally. Like the editor.
What's your editor? So I used to be part of the Freedom Sleepers. We started on July 4th of 2015 to occupy the City Hall.
Freedom Sleepers?
Yeah, we were sleeping there weekly as we engaged in civil disobedience, camping out weekly to work to repeal the sleeping ban in Santa Cruz. I came here for her funeral, actually, memorial thing, right? Because this has been my community since I was a part of our Freedom Sleeper. And so this morning I decided to just claim a spot, and I'm going to be moving in the future.
Awesome.
I was a vehicle dealer in 2015, and I was banned by Santa Cruz for 12 months by the law, by a judge, because they didn't want to arrest me anymore. So if you Google the name Lucero Luna, Lucero, Lucero Luna, in Santa Cruz, and you can see why they didn't want me here. The city, the cops, whatever, right? And so I went to Southern California, and I'm back. I just came to visit, but since I started helping with spreading the ships and stuff, and Alicia says, come back. So I said, yeah, I can do that.
A little background. So you were saying you had moved
Okay, so
in.
my name is Lucero Luna. So I came here in 2015 to, I was in my vehicle, living as a vehicle dweller, not homeless, okay? And so, the Homeless Service Center had some services, and they took away the services, like 40 to 60 beds daily, and then breakfast and dinner was taken away. So then we have a lot of more all these people that got mats on the floor, beds, ended up on shelter outside, and so the police and the park, there's park rangers down to a unit, and all these other people with badges harassed us, and then the tickets went up of illegal camping or illegal sleeping or whatever. So we decided. I think it was Keith McHenry, co-founder of Unavams, Ralph Pasner, what's his name? Israel Dawson, who was the producer of Freedom Sleepers movie, and so other people in the community. We decided to start Freedom Sleepers, a non-profit, to work to repeal the sleeping ban in Santa Cruz. So July 4th of 2015 was our first camp out, and so after the fireworks, we were 12 campers, housed and unhoused people, activists, and so our 24 police officers showed up after the fireworks. Okay, so yeah, that's why I put there Freedom Sleeper as my name. Freedom Sleeper as my name, right? And I don't smoke or anything, so not even the green. So I smoke free as soul, and so yeah, no smoking also. I don't know how many times I have to write it down, but see, because of this tree, it's very attractive space when people are this side, and so they started smoking over here. So then I have to tell people verbally because they don't see it. So yeah. But I'm hoping to get a brighter sign. So because I am very serious about this, I don't want to be exposed to secondhand smoke when this is my living space right now. Anything else?
Could you elaborate a little bit on the Santa Cruz sleeping ban?
The Santa Cruz sleeping ban. Well, so as a vehicle dweller, I couldn't sleep in my car legally. Mm-hmm. So the community, Take Back Santa Cruz or whoever, will call the cops on me. But once we started the Freedom Sleepers, and then I posted our brochures, and I got arrested at City Hall, and I posted pictures of me getting arrested there. So it was kind of like protection. I mean, I had on the front window, I had a big "Thanks, Freedom Sleeper," right? So the cops were coming and they said, Santa Cruz PD, and I said, yes, how can I help you? And they said, you have 15 minutes to leave. And what happens if I don't leave in 50 minutes? Then I'll come back and aside you. Aside me for what? For sleeping in your car. And so anyhow, I will wait 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and they will not come back because of this having, freedom sleep and the pictures. Because if I was inside, they already looked at all the posters and things and flyers that I had in my vehicle. That's how I make a private space with a lot of stuff from the freedom sleepers and other causes of other whatever things that we were defending or working for or standing up for. So I was known as the crazy lady that has all these books and all these things and goes downtown Pacific Avenue collecting everyone's tickets. I was collecting people's tickets, right? Mm-hmm. Because you got cited for this, like when it's open bottle, or it's smoking in public, or you have a towel, you're gonna use it for taking a nap or whatever. So that's illegal camping item. So yeah, so I will just pick them up at 7 in the morning. Yeah, 7 to 8. I'm picking up and then when I was banned from River Street all the way to Lower Street on Pacific Avenue and Front Street, then I couldn't do what I was doing. So I went back to Ventura County where I came from.
This is
Okay, could I get you to spell out your name for me?
Lucero Luna, Luna. Very easy.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Just doing a lot of brainstorming right now.
Brainstorming, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, how to bring us
No, that's actually what we don't want. Well, I'm telling you right now.
What did you say?
That's what we don't want.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're one of the original members. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
wasn't,
cool. So we'll see.
I wasn't happy with the first camp.
Oh,
the way it turned
really?
out.
You
Yeah.
weren't happy with the chop shop and all
No,
the heroin dealing
absolutely
going
not.
on
No,
there?
I was not.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
100, 200%
You weren't
positive.
involved in that, huh?
No, I don't do drugs. I smoke pot. That's it.
Oh, no? Yeah, I remember I was talking to you out here before. Yeah.
So right now, that's what we're brainstorming is how
Yeah, there's nothing to brainstorm, dude. You can't put a fucking camp here.
we had Chief Mills and his wife
Okay.
come out today and said they support it.
This isn't a camp.
What is right
It's
now?
not. You're not going to get the community support, so why don't you do something different?
Like what do you suggest?
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, what
Stop
do you
stealing
suggest?
from the local community,
I don't
number
steal from
one.
the local community.
Well,
That's totally two different things.
yeah, well, down here, the people that were down here were. You want to deny all those,
not
all
denying
those
that.
fucking
Okay.
stolen?
Are they here now?
That's why
all
we're-
the
that's-
deaths?
No, but that's why we're trying to.
Yeah, you were here though.
I was here. Yeah, right. But I
How
wasn't
come you
part of
couldn't regulate it?
it because I just couldn't one person.
Oh.
So that's why
One
we're trying.
person? No, you were part of the Camp Ross Council, weren't you? This
Yeah,
one
I'm an
was
advocate.
touting you online.
I'm an
So
advocate.
yeah, so if you were part of the council that was
My
supposed
name's
to be in
Alicia, not
charge,
this one.
right? Yeah, whatever.
Melissa.
Anyways, so
If you want, I can stand up and we
if
can
you were
actually have an
supposed
aggressive
to-
conversation.
Wow, really?
Well, it seems like what
An
that's what you're here
aggressive
for. That's what you're here for,
conversation?
right? You're being rude.
Please, dude. You only do that shit online.
Actually, I don't. Actually, I don't.
Alicia, no.
I do it in person too. What do you want to talk about,
What are you
Melissa?
talking- I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to this
Let's judge people and talk about
So
it.
what I'm trying to say is you
not.
guys
I won't.
can't maintain
gonna
control
breathe.
of this town and you know it. Okay? You already tried that. It failed
That's
miserably.
not true.
Okay? Nobody wants this here. You want to do a camp, go run it properly. At a church. Go do something.
At a church?
Property. How much
All the
money do we need,
churches
Annie,
do
up
this.
first?
What are you guys
Hello?
missing? Do you even know about the resources in this
Let me
town?
ask you, would you
Are
rather?
you from Santa Cruz? Do you
Yeah.
know what's available?
Yeah, I
Are
grew
you
up here.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you grew up here like I grew up here, then you
SoCal.
know all the churches. I went to SoCal too.
Right.
What class?
Actually, I didn't. Never graduated.
Oh, okay. But yeah, what years?
Well, I'll be 46 now. I don't
Yeah.
know. I never graduated. I went to college a little bit afterwards.
Yeah, that's
for vocational
unfortunate.
training.
Let
Yes.
us help you. Help yourself.
So
Okay?
that's why I'm asking you if
I already told you, it can't happen like this. Do you understand?
Right,
Every
I'll be
time
there.
you guys get aggressive like this is why the community gets aggressive. When you have your hand out asking for something, okay, you don't steal.
You're
You
getting
don't
all this, right?
steal, you don't fucking harm people. That's what happened here on this land. People were harmed. Women were abused. Okay, you abused yourselves, your bodies, the fucking environment, the community is abused. We didn't even heal from this. None of us.
Would you rather see people out underneath the
No,
steps?
no, I wouldn't. I'd rather see them come inside and fucking do something with their life, right? Why are you here?
Because I'm trying to help.
No, why are you on the planet? What's your gift that you're not utilizing?
I'm actually utilizing
What's yours?
it, I know.
What? What's your gift to the world?
That's where it is.
Why do we
I'm
owe
trying here.
this?
Because
Why?
these are our brothers and
It's like the
sisters.
airplane
These are
ride.
our
Who's
partners.
my brother and sister that comes and steals my fucking 7-year-old's bike from her front yard and makes her feel unsafe? Who's my brother and sister? You tell me.
Person with a probably a drug issue.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I'm well aware. We all have them in our family.
So we can't
And
just-
we deal with it as a community, right? Where's your family? How come you don't have a place to stay?
Because of the cost of rent here.
Yeah. So what? Do you have to get another job like most of us? Or what?
You
You
know-
got to go to Cabrillo, get a student loan,
work, hustle, right? Isn't that what Sweat was supposed to be doing? A culinary program?
You know what? It's a lot easier said
He
than
was
done.
on the front page. It's not that hard.
It really
it's
is.
a choice.
It
Okay?
really is, especially when you
No.
got nowhere to live.
It's a choice to show up every day for yourself. Just remember that.
Is it a choice when
Just remember
when you
that.
just got to try to survive throughout the day, try
Survive
to figure
what?
out what you're
Angel?
going to eat, how you're going to eat?
Survive what?
Well, I'm trying to tell you.
So you got nobody, right, in this
yeah.
town that helps you?
For the most part, no.
Yeah, why is that?
Because I'm by myself out here.
Why?
Because I don't have family here. And not only that, I don't
Okay.
Even if I
Why
did
doesn't
have,
your family help you that's not here?
because they're pretty non-existent. Whereas my mom, she's old, she's got to survive herself. And I wouldn't.
So you don't want to burden her,
Yeah.
but you think it's okay to burden me.
I don't think it's okay to burden you.
That's what you're doing, man. Look
Is that how you
around you.
feel?
Look at the environment. Look at what's left behind. You think you're doing service to Desi's memory doing this?
Yeah.
Using her like
Well,
that?
we're not using her.
Sad, man. It's really sad.
You know
and
what's-
I'll see you around.
All right. See you later.